Hello everyone, and welcome back to Wolf Wilds and the Pine Pack led by our very old girl, Ziaria, who I am so freaking proud of. At 17.4 years old, she has actually managed to live just long enough, hopefully a little bit longer too, to raise all four of her final litter of wolf pups to adulthood. And you guys, in between the last episode and this one, I went ahead and I ran the hunting generator, the random generator that we have for when she goes hunting. And she did manage to help every single one of the babies grow up. And she did that by taking out a freaking bison! I could not believe it! She hunted a old female bison, Willow! She hunted Willow down all on her own. Willow is now quite old, so she ended up getting we'll have to rehome her now because Willow has ended up being taken out by the Pine Wolf Pack, our very first of our wild wolves here in the Wild Wolf National Park, which is very sad, but Willow lived a very long time herself. Let's actually review her stats. She had her son Noah recently, and apparently she had another baby. And I think her other baby actually ended up getting taken by wolves, unfortunately. So we're going to go ahead and we are going to rehome Willow, aka she was taken by the wolves. And because Ziaria managed to take out without getting an injury, because there was an injury generator against her as well, she managed to take out Willow without getting any injuries. She almost exhausted herself, and that was four of the wolves fed, and I was still worried that we were going to lose one baby. But she also ended hunting all on her own. Little Binu! So Binu actually, when she grows up, she is no longer going to be with us. So Binu, one day I'll probably have a pin to put these guys separate from the rest. But for now, we're just gonna have to know that little Binu, she didn't make it to adulthood, and she fed one last wolf pup, and Ziaria was able to raise all of the Pine Pack to adulthood. It is truly a tale of triumph, and because Ziaria is so old, I actually want to spend some time sprucing up the— oh, Binu is about to mature! But I want to spend some time sprucing up her home, her lifelong home a little bit, making it look really nice, maybe making ways for people to be able to come in and admire the wolves a little easier. I still want to have like that walkway that comes up here so people can like peek in at the wolves on this side. I like how the wolves like to run up here though, so I don't want to take that away from them. So we're going to try to spruce that area up and at least get it— oh my good gravy. Wow. And it looks like we desperately need to have an area where more people can come over. Have a new picnic spot that we could put back here somewhere, and also have our doll sheep zone, because right now, whilst I am doing this, I am still working on the Northern Song Challenge. I don't think that there is any other reward after 27 babies born that is really going to help us achieve anything higher, like a hat. I really wanted a hat very badly. But I kind of have a low-key goal of trying to just see how far we can go. And I feel like if we manage to get up to 50 babies born, I'm going to have a special crossover celebration where we actually make our own Aurora Borealis in our zoo crafting realm. And that'll be like a reward that we get. Oh, Binu! Wonderful that you matured. So sorry about the fact that you were taken out as a baby by the wolves. But I kind of want to do that, guys. Like, forget the fact I don't get a hat, apparently. Let's try to get to 50 babies born before the end of the challenge, which will be several more of our episodes of adventures here in Wolf Wilds. And if we manage to achieve it, I'm going to build an Aurora Borealis over the polar area of our zoo crafting adventures. That's my goal. Also, I definitely need to go ahead and get some doll sheep in here for our wolves and other predators to have a chance to hunt some sheep that got loose. So we'll have another picnic spot, I think, over here. And then I'm gonna put like a little spot for the sheep right here. So people can come in, they can like see some of the sheep. And we'll kind of— it doesn't need to be huge, but we'll kind of play with what we're gonna do with this area in the near future. All right. Yeah, this doesn't need to be too huge for our sheep. But I did kind of want to have a walkway where people could come over here and then they could walk through the sheep exhibit, and we'll have a couple archways where the sheep can go over a bunch of rocks. The doll sheep can climb over rocks to the other side, so they don't have to worry about like the humans being in their exhibit too terribly much. And let's keep going. And let's see what we can do. Whoops. Let's see what we can do about making a quick little sheep exhibit and then watching the doll sheep exhibit progressively like grow over time. All right, we'll put that habitat down there. I think their area only needs to be like 4,000. This is huge. This is a gigantic sheep zone. But let me put down the paths for the people, because I wanted people to be able to like walk through it. And that's gonna happen over here. Yeah, like I wanted people— No, Ziaria, don't interbreed! Ah! Ziaria, what? No! Ziaria! You just bred with your son Lunar. I didn't see that happening. I guess it makes sense, but I didn't think that would happen. I mean, there are wild animals. I don't think she's gonna live long enough to have her puppies, like, in May. Well, in May of this year? What on earth are we gonna do? Did Lunar just, like, usurp the pack? Like, because we were gonna have a competition between the strongest siblings. Oh, actually, I almost forgot, you guys. Victor decided to disperse. Okay, so pause everything. I know I have so many random challenges, random generators going on. It can get a little confusing. We have a lot going on to make this really fun and engaging as a new national park and a new Planet Zoo challenge. But I did roll to see if the members of the pack would choose to stay with their mother Ziaria and learn how to be an adult wild wolf from her, or if they would end up dispersing to their own territory like Fox did here, or if they would end up dispersing like Ren did far away into the wilds. And all of the pups rolled the chance to stay with their mom and learn from her, except for Victor. So Victor is actually our dispersal. So he's actually going to be heading out and traveling to the wilds. So we're going to put him in the trade center. So Victor, he wanted to see what lies beyond the mountains. And we're going to, just like we did with Ren, we're going to go ahead and put him up for trade for not terribly much. Just try to like pass on the kindness that people do for like 800. And if he doesn't get a home by the next time I check in on him, then we'll release him to the wild. But for now, we'll do that. However, we were going to have a competition between Lunar, Moon, and Maddie to see which one of the wolves, the strongest one, ended up inheriting this area. We may still do that if they end up raising their younger siblings together. So we'll have to see, guys. We will have to see. Lunar is the male, but I don't know. Is Ziaria gonna make it to have her wolf pups? Heck! I need these sheep! The wolves are just not giving me an easy time on it, and they're just having so many babies. I need these sheep. Oh, here, we could have a branch-off path. I love the idea that people can have, like, this picnic path that they can come and enjoy. We might even make, like, oh, let's make a little picnic spot amongst the sheep. Yes! Oh, I'm seeing my vision, like, coming true now. Okay, so we'll have, like, a little picnic spot amongst the sheep. And then the path winds back out, and we'll connect you up to everything else. That's wonderful. You know, like this. And then we'll make this bigger on this side. The pronghorns are fighting. I'm gonna need to take care of that. And then people can come over here if they want. We also need to connect up this path right here. Alright, pronghorns, what's going on? Yay, Fawn is now expecting offspring. Alright. The strongest... Jacob is our current male. I actually need to rename him. So let's come on in and rename Jacob. He is our current alpha. And he is going to be renamed... Dun 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 dun. Let's see. we're gonna have... Yeah, we end up with... Okay, we're gonna go ahead and he's gonna be Lynn. So welcome, Lynn. There we go. And he is competing off against... He's already got 5 kids. Ooh, look at this! I didn't even notice that Pendle, who is going to be renamed to Ice, which is a really cool name. Okay, we'll wait for their fight to finish because they actually get major appeal from these battles, which I think is interesting. Look at them face off like this. Locking horns. Oh! And Ice did not win that, so he's actually going to get moved into the bachelor area. There we go. And how many other bachelor boys do I need to worry about? 6 males, but Ice is being moved. That was the only one we really needed to worry about. Okay. Can't believe we're about to have some wolf pups. But alright, so basically I want this big loop. And now I might need to think about expanding it, but the idea is that we'll have a couple bridges that I will build for the sheep that they can actually pop over. So I think I'm going to edit the barrier on this side to make this side a little bigger. And we'll actually make it larger like this. And then we're going to have the doll sheep be able to like climb over a ramp and block off the people along here with a little barrier so that people won't bother the sheep. So let me see if I can. I don't know how, let's see how high the sheep thing needs to be. Ziaria is having babies. Ziaria. What the heck, Ziaria? Okay, the boundary needs to be at least 4 foot for this barrier post. Can people see over that? I think they can. I cannot believe this is happening. But Ziaria is having babies, friends. What? So whoever inherits the wolf pack is going to have to raise their younger siblings, which is going to be very interesting. All right, here we go, guys. Ziaria, you're 18 years old and you're having more puppies. I cannot believe this. I absolutely cannot believe this. So she has just had 2 babies. Oh my gosh, 3! I see another tail. You guys, okay. Welcome to the newest litter of wolf pups. This is kind of amazing. There we go. All right, let's get some soil in here actually for the wolf pups to be able to play in. They don't like the long grass and I haven't ever had time to catch up in here long enough to like spruce things up. Put a little bit of rock down over here. Nice. Hello, you two. Well, welcome. All right. You guys, I would like you all to meet, let's see, boy, and little girl. I would like you all to meet Flower. There we go. Heck, and we're gonna have to see, and this is gonna be Dryer. Flower, Dryer. And this guy is going to be Nickel. I like it. Alright, thank you guys so much for your name suggestions. Did Ziaria just died! Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh. Ziaria! What the heck? You literally lived long enough to have one last litter of surprise wolf pups and then just pass away on us? What? Her children are going to need to like inherit the pack and take care of the babies. Or, I mean, should we step in and like okay. All right. I gotta think about this. She has got 3 children who are now here, Lunar, Moon, and Maddie. And I think we're gonna go ahead and let whoever is going to be the sole heir to the pack try to raise the pups on their own. That's what we're going to do. Or should I wait until they grow up and disperse? The thing is, if I wait, I think these guys are gonna start breeding. So I think the tensions are high. Their mother has passed away. What do? They're kind of at each other's throats, trying to figure out what to do with these wolf pups that they're completely shocked by. Lunar has a bit of a pull because he is their father. Maddie is actually the weakest out of the wolves, and then Moon is actually the strongest out of the wolves. So let me think about what I want to do here. Heck. Also, let's give him grade 3 food. Okay, let me think about what we're gonna do here. Zarya passed away. Ah! 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 Okay, I think that this, because otherwise they're going to start breeding, so I do need to do something. There's going to be a territory dispute. The fact that there's babies just gets the poor babies caught up in the middle of it, just like with a lion pride. Um, Lunar is the dad. That's kind of what's holding me back. Lunar is the dad. All right, you know what? I know that it wouldn't be Maddie. It would be between Moon and it would be between Lunar. And I'm going to roll a generator and we're going to see who is going to end up becoming victor. Will it be Lunar out of parental loyalty, or is it going to be Moon because she is the strongest and she is determined to see their mother's legacy really lived on? I'm going to roll I'm just going to roll the dice to see. And it's Lunar! Parental loyalty won out! Lunar, my boy! You have now inherited the wolf pack. What on heck are we gonna do about this? Alright, friends. Alright, so Moon is actually going to... We'll see if she'll disperse or make her own pack in just a second. Look at her, like, look at her little sibling. She's like, I wasn't expecting you to show up and dethrone what should have been my territory. All right, Moon, are you going to stick around in this area or are you going to disperse? Let's see. Disperse. Dang it. And then Maddie? Maddie actually wants to stick around, but she's not as strong. Huh. So I wonder if I could maybe... okay, come on, Maddie. We got to figure out what to do from here. I love adding in the generators because they definitely make things more interesting. All right, Moon, now that she has unfortunately lost this territory, is going to leave. She is that upset about everything. So she is actually super high quality, and it's really hard to find timber wolves who are female. So I think we're going to actually... Timber wolf. Like, it's really hard to find female timber wolves. So let's see if we can. There we go. Female, please. Animal has escaped. We're okay there. Heck! I barely have time to, like, grasp what's going on before things get even more chaotic. Let's put her out for, like, the 2000s. Maybe. She's really healthy. Let's put her out for, like... You know what? Let's go big. Trade. I'm gonna say 6,000. And if she doesn't trade, then we'll see what we'll do here. Heck! Lunar, are you gonna be able to raise all of these babies on your own, my friend? And then Maddie wants to move into a new area nearby. She isn't very healthy, so I don't know if we would actually try. And Maddie... I've got to move Maddie out because she actually wants to establish her own spot. But I think the Rangers might relocate her because she isn't super healthy and I really want to try to keep like top tier wolves about. Huh. What do I want to do there? Got to think about this. I think it's appropriate when it is... And she had a dominance fight with Lunar. Sorry, trying to wind together like my storytelling and then like what's happening. It takes a minute to figure it out. I think for Maddie, we're gonna have her be really shy and quiet, and she's gonna come over. We're gonna make her maybe a bit of a rescue wolf, is what we'll say. I'm gonna move her over here. So we're gonna dart her with contraceptives real quick. And she's also going to leave her brother's area. In fact, I'm going to put her in the trade center for just a little bit because she will be chased away by Lunar in his takeover of their little wolf mountain. And we're going to move her to the trade center. And I think the Rangers will be keeping an eye. They've like studied her genetics. They can tell she isn't quite as healthy, but she does want to establish territory around here. And it's good to transform the area under what the wolves want to do. So we're going to step back and she'll have like a low-lying, ooh, like a flower fieldish territory back here. Yeah, maybe we could put like a beaver somewhere nearby. I like that idea. So we will give Maddie her own zone somewhere by the doll sheep. And I think we'll just like kind of place it down here. And we'll work on figuring out whatever that zone is going to look like and what it's going to be in a little bit. But it will be a wild wolf home. I don't think it needs to be quite that big. And we might even find like a nice rescue wolf that we could try to hook her up with. And just let them establish a new little territory without babies. Or maybe with babies. I guess part of the challenge is like trying to keep the population healthy for us. Alright, how big is this? Just big enough. Just big enough. It needs to be over 12,000. Alright, so we'll establish this zone for Maddie. We will continue to try to get in the sheep area. And I also need to see how Lunar did hunting for all of his pups. He stuck around fatherly duties. He's going to try to feed and raise his pups. I think we will have to see if he gets a new mate. I don't think a mate would come in with other puppies around, so I think he's going to have to be a single father for a bit and raise them on his own. So we'll go ahead and we will see what happens with the hunt next time. But alright guys, thank you so much. If you could, do please leave a like for Ziaria. She did such a great job raising her puppies to adulthood and then having a litter of surprise pups at the last minute. If you would like to join us on this and literally thousands more adventures, do please consider subscribing. But most importantly, my friends, stay curious. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.